up on the 11 right here. And you see Taylor Gray around.
Yeah, that's what we call payback. You know, Corey doesn't want to wait till next year. He wants to make sure.
Whew. Big hit. It's right on board with Corey Heim now to see from his vantage point. Ooh. Paybacks in racing.
Elliott Sadler just gets by before this happens, and this is where I've seen Elliott in the middle of some of these predicaments like you've been talking about, Alan, where these cars have been racing each other extremely hard.
It looks like Timmy Hill got 3 wide, really didn't mean to get 3 wide. When he got down there was nothing else to do. Let's take a look again here. He's in the center, gets loose.
Yeah, Joey Gase in the 52 there that he was trying, it looked like, to stay off of and cut inside, and Sam Hornish was already to his inside in the 12.
Yeah, Hornish got a piece of that. So he tied.
See that we've got the 18 pushing the 32, and the 32's trying to help the 23, but he catches him in the right rear corner, and that turns him sideways. And I think he launched off the front of the 66 of Mark Thompson.
If it wouldn't have been for that incident, the outside line definitely would have had a shot at the win.
And I think you guys might be right. Sean Corr is being shown on our scoring monitor in second, and he's lined up second under this red flag.
See, look at the momentum the outside lane had before that.
I'm not sure, though. It depends on.
Remember, it's not instantaneous. I mean, it's not. The caution flag's going to come out as soon as they can, because they know the damage is severe enough that we need a caution flag. As you see Brett Holmes sliding down driver's side.
That's going to be close because Corr definitely had the momentum and it was on his way. From that angle, it looks like he is ahead of.
It does.
I think Gregson. So. Yeah.
Yeah, sure does.
And then Purdy is up there. And Zane Smith almost was ahead of it, and he got hit on the rear quarter.
Yeah, Dave Mader III made hard contact with Zane Smith. Dave Mader was doing a nice job. We haven't talked a whole lot about him. He's a former winner here in the series back in, '91?
Correct.
He won a race at Michigan. He was a Snowball Derby winner in 1978.
On board with Gustine.
He was trying to pedal the throttle and try to get out from that situation.
That's Fogelman in the 0-2, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then, man, Majeski just turned sideways down the front, and it just tipped right over. NASCAR does so much work in the wind tunnel to have flaps, air flaps, different panels on the truck that blow away that is supposed to prevent that, but probably just one of those circumstances that put him in a real jeopardy.
Yeah, and bumping through the tri-oval here is the sketchiest place to do it. And you see that big set that you saw that white truck make right there. He needed room to save it. And you try to do everything you can to not run into the cars. You try to do everything you can to keep your truck going straight. And unfortunately, wrong place at the wrong time for Ty.
9 trucks involved. Let's ride along with the 16 of Austin Hill and see his perspective.
That's the best perspective to have of a wreck, Vince.
Yeah,
Pretty wide again, a wreck behind you. They're wrecking big time. Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. All right, cautions out, back it down. Roll out easy.
There's the push. And push in the trial was just not the ideal place this time of the race especially, but it's hard to make it work through there, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's just not the spot to do it. And these are some of the mistakes that will be made throughout this race. As these drivers have more and more experience, they realize, hey, don't touch each other going through that tri-oval. It is a decent turn, and it doesn't have the banking that turns 1, 2, 3, and 4 have. It's quite a bit flatter, so the car's not compressed into the racetrack, loaded like you really want it to. It's an uneasy feeling, especially when someone's tagging you in the back bumper. Although he didn't do it in a malicious way, he was doing it trying to move his lane forward and trying to,
Folded. Pow. So that was the first hit. And so then Barry, oh, now I see. It looked like Yaley got twisted out to the right. That was a hard hit. It's crazy how the different trajectories switch up at these plate races on which angle you end up hitting at.
Hate it for Mason, who had a career best run earlier this year at his home track in Atlanta, Georgia.
I had a tire go down there.
That makes sense.
That's the 91 there for a second.
Brett made a good save right there.
And how close was he to getting collected by Chandler? He doesn't.
Feet, barely.
Stays in the game.
Yeah, that makes sense on why it spun the way it did. And then now you see Yaley clip Barry.
All 4 tires up a little bit higher. Just barely stepped out, and that's all it took.
Army veteran is Keith McGee.
Army vet and a beautiful paint scheme on that truck. I think the team will have a shot at repairing this, Vince. I know it looks bad, but I don't think there was any frame damage.
Mike, can they just close down turn 2?
Well, they need
the rest of this practice.
Maybe bring the orange cone back. What do you say? Let's put some orange cones up there around turn 2 and keep them down low. You can run up into it a bit, just overstepping that line.
We have had 6 different drivers get into the wall today in this practice.
Coming off turn 2. Ooh, yeah, wrong place at the wrong time. Looks like they got loose in front of him and just clipped him in the right front, which just sent him hard into the inside wall. There's a better angle of it. The 07 just, oh, jeez. Nothing he can do.
No, nothing he can. Those things happen so fast.
But look at that give and the safer barrier. Yep. I mean, that's just unbelievable.
Look how high the back tires came off the ground.
Well, this is our 7th caution, and it's probably going to end stage 2 because we've got less than.
No, there's no damage to the right side. That's interesting.
Look
See how he's turning?
Yeah, look how far he's turning, how hard he's turning to the left.
Something's broke. Watch this.
And then finally the truck, it grabs and finally does turn. Watch Raja get by. And sideways doing it.
Oh, my goodness. Well done by Raja Caruth. But you saw the one truck of Chris Wright. He was off the pace early. He was the first one to clip Moffitt there. Oh, heartbreaker for Tyler Ankrum.
Michael, you think it was a situation where he was just trying to turn hard left to keep that truck from going into the outside wall?
That left rear tire is, and I think it just goes down. And
Austin Wayne Self had nowhere to go. Oh, Todd Bodine barely gets by.
Oh, man, this is going to be a big hit for Purdy. Look at that.
Haley coming along with nowhere to go as well in that one truck.
Look at the job that Timmy Hill does, knifing through
Jack
there.
Wood also. Jesse Little getting through there. Danny Bone.
It's just a shame that these guys all come together in turn 4. Nothing Purdy could do once hit. Just hang on.
Well, there were some innocent bystanders collected in that one.
Certainly were.
Unfortunate for Haley Deegan as well, who hasn't caught many breaks this season.
Chris Wright in the 44 did a nice job of slipping through there. Got any major damage?
Deegan 20th and 29th here a year ago, and it's going to hurt her chances for a good finish. She had been running up inside the top 20.
Well, I think it destroyed that truck there for Chase Purdy.
Here's the contact. We heard about the 15 maybe getting his tire cut down right there. I think.
You see the letters on the Goodyear tire right now.
Yep.
And now they're gone.
Now they're gone.
Lane Riggs just moved up and there wasn't room there.
Tough break for teammates as well.
Wow.
Lane Riggs was running 14th at the time. Christian Eckes is nice and calm out front, but not so much back in the pack. Problems for the one truck.
Ten or 12 trucks heading that way, and the caution comes out immediately. But look at he's hidden behind a cloud of smoke. Yeah. You can't see where you're going on the racetrack.
And now there's a lot of smoke. Looks like Matt Mills is the first one that gets there. Looks like Trey Hutchins turned right to try to avoid the 5. See if we can get another view of it. There he is in the outside wall. He bounced off the wall into Ankrum pretty hard as well.
And you got to make a decision. Is he going to go low or is he going to go high? And everybody ahead of Mills went low, and he elected to do that as well, but the hole closed up.
Yeah, when Matt hit him, it pushed him to the outside. That's why Trey Hutchins, the 14, wasn't able to get by.
Look at this mess.
You see 2 trucks go right through the grass, kick up all the grass right there.
What a hit. Ankrum has a lot of damage too. We saw him hit the outside wall coming off 4. They also hit the wall just past the start-finish line. There's Ankrum hitting the wall again.
Row last year, and then another good qualifying effort today, but just a little bit of a nudge, that's all it takes.
Yeah, he really opened up that entry, and I think Matt dove in there thinking maybe he was going to stay a little bit higher. No excuse when you run into the back of a guy this early in the race. That certainly was something that Matt could have avoided, but did you notice on the entry, Phil, how high Jack Wood was?
Yeah, I really think that Matt thought that Jack